3.5 hours, over 200 miles, Florida rain the entire way, and these drinks are still ice cold. I installed a refrigerator into the sub-trunk of my Model Y Juniper. Tlyard sent it over for me to test out, and instead of running it in my driveway, I put it on an actual road trip. I installed a refrigerator into the sub-trunk of my Tesla Model Y. And what I found is not exactly what the listing says. Stick around, I'll give you the full picture. But before we get into what happened on the road, it starts with the box. So this is the Tlyard 16-liter built-in refrigerator, designed specifically for the Model Y subtrunk. This version fits the Juniper and the 2026 standard Model Y. It won't fit the 7-seat version, worth knowing. 16 liters, holds up to 24 cans, cools down to -6 Celsius. You can control this from the front dial or the Tme app on your phone. Install is genuinely straightforward. You plug it into your 12-volt outlet in the back of your subtrunk. The Velcro on the back panel helps so it doesn't shift around on turns. And you're basically done. A couple of reviews mention the fit is tight. And to be honest, you might need to angle it in. Tilt the bottom towards the back of the subtrunk first, then lower the front down. Once it clicks in, it's solid. There is one step in the instruction that is easy to skip.
Perfect. So you have to kind of wiggle it a little bit to get it to line up to those little rivets down there. So it's actually creating a nice seal. And I can totally feel the difference now that I'm wiggling around so it actually seated to that little ledge on the back. Well, here's a little pro tip. This is how you know if it's aligned or locked into the back. This is actually the direction it goes. So that little T part in there, and you can feel it go all the way down until it locks in. And then I'm supposed to twist this somehow. There we go. So then you twist it and fold it towards the middle. So you can see the two of them lock in, and then they just fold like that. So that's secure. Alright, then I'm going to put this right on top of it. So now that it's installed, the instructions do say to wait about 2 hours before actually turning it on. So it's all put together, it's in here, looks great. I'm gonna give it 2 more hours before I kick it on and start packing it. Now once you put this back on.
And if this is the real ownership stuff you want to see more of, subscribing to the channel helps the channel bring you more content like this. Okay, let's get back into the video.
It's been about 2 hours, so I'm going to turn this on. You can see it's at 5 degrees. I'm gonna turn it down. I guess you can turn it all the way up to, and I don't know if you can hear it, but it's humming. And this is the sound it's making right. So it also looks like when you start pushing on it, you can see the change from where you set it to where it currently is. Let me see what it feels like. You can kind of feel it a little bit, but I'm gonna actually close it. I'm gonna let it do its thing. I'm gonna set the car in camp mode so it'll actually stay on while I am packing the car. Okay. So I have my battery save on, so I need to turn that off in order to access the camp mode. So go to charging, and since I have it in low power mode, put it on auto. So it'll just remove that. And now I can actually put it in keep or camp mode. You start typing accessories and then keep accessories on. Let me go pack the car now, and then we'll start heading down to South Florida. And here's where I learned something about this fridge that nobody mentions in the listing. For this trip, I packed exactly what we normally bring. I start with my spare tire because Teslas don't come with one. And on this 200-mile road trip, that's not an option. I also packed our luggage, my camera gear, and a couple of things to snack on. Ready, little girl? You get rained on. Come on. Go, go, go. And go. You got it. You got it. You can do it. You can do it. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Good girl. Okay. Right here. All right. Go ahead and unplug the car. Whew. All right. So now that I have downloaded the Tmay app, I think that's how you say it, I need to add the device to this. I can see it right there as one of the options. So let me go ahead and allow. Select. Let's see. Oh, perfect. So it shows me the current temperature is 5 degrees. It's currently pulling 15.49 volts. Refrigerate, working conditions. I have it refrigerated. I can either select colder from one of the options here, or eco-friendly, or turn it on and off right here, and I can actually set the temperature up and down on these two plus and minus symbols on the side. Let's check out the inside real quick. Oh yeah, you can definitely feel the temperature much cooler in here. So now let's go ahead and pack this puppy up and let's get on the road.
Here's the thing about the subtrunk fridge that doesn't get talked about. The trunk space above it still works. The fridge lives in the lower cavity of that subtrunk, so you're not giving up any of your cargo space. That was a bigger deal than I expected. And then I found something else on the listing that I needed to verify for myself.
So I have a few things for myself and for my wife. And let me see how much of this I can fit in here. So we got 1, 2, 3. I wonder if I can just put them sideways. I can fit more of them. And I can fit one more right there. Now I can put this, what that's looking like right now. Those are the monster drinks and the poppy drinks, and I put this little crate up here so I can put the avocados and the rest of the cans and some of this yogurt as well. All right, so I'm gonna put these avocados in here. Had to adjust the little crate thing, didn't align very well. Put some of the stuff in here, and one more can. What that's looking like right now. Got the monster drinks down there, some poppy drinks, poppy drink, yogurt, avocados. Okay, and that is still humming, so good thing. All right, before we actually head on the road, I want to check the app. The little blue Bluetooth symbol is blue, so that tells me that it's actually connected now. So I did turn on the colder feature, so it's super low right now, down to 3 degrees Celsius right now. It's colder working condition, and it's currently pulling 14.89 volts right now, and it's still on. Okay, I think we're in a good spot. Let's head on the road. All right, so I'm leaving the house just now, and I wanted to document this part right here. I charged the car to 95%. So not 100% because I am driving all the way down to South Florida, so I need the extra charge. 95%, and I'm really curious to see if that back there running the entire drive, how quickly it's going to drain the battery. So right now we are actually headed to pick up my wife first from work. So we're expected to get there with about 85%. Not too bad, but I'm really curious to see how much of this goes down. So I'll keep a track of it in here to see what it looks like as we continue on this ride. And the current outside temperature is 82 degrees Fahrenheit. It is pretty cloudy today, and on and off showers, thunderstorms. I mean, it is June, late June in Florida, so this is basically thunderstorm seasons every afternoon after 1 o'clock or so. But just to capture the temperature, it is 83 degrees outside, and the humidity is probably at 1,000. Protecting your hair? Say hi.
The drive south was mostly FSD in heavy rain, but I kept one eye on the app the entire time, watching the fridge hold right around 3 degrees. Then we stopped to supercharge. I opened the subtrunk to check on things, and immediately noticed something.
From the battery from the AC, battery conditioning is good, elevation is fine, and then everything else is about 0.7%. I'm guessing this 0.7% might be from the mini fridge that's in the trunk right now.
The power connector had worked itself loose.
All right. Oh, I just stepped in a nice big puddle. All right, let's see what we're working on.
Not all the way out, but enough that the fridge had cycled off briefly.
Everything seems to be still pretty cold. Let's plug it in. It's a nice long cord. Let me try this one more time. All right, seems like it may have disconnected. Let me go check the accessories in the front. Let me go up here to accessories. Yep, accessories are working. That's powered on. I wonder if it's because it's charging, but no, it can't be because I had it plugged in at home. All right, let's try this one more time. Let me see if I can unplug it and replug it back in. Okay, finally got it working. I just had to wiggle the power cord because it wasn't all the way in, but it's back on. The app is working just fine, and nothing got melted because it's still pretty cold in here. So we're good to go.
But I want to be honest about this, because it's not in any review that I saw before. The connector that plugs into your rear 12-volt outlet can come out over time over road vibrations. But it's not a defect, it's just something you need to know. 30 seconds before you leave, give that connector a firm push and make sure it's seated. That's the thing nobody puts in their listing. And with that sorted out, the rest of the drive was exactly as I was hoping for.
Finally, at our destination, we ended up with 34%. Our efficiency since we last charged, 5.2% less than the trip projection. So doing pretty well there. When you're looking at the driving, -6%. So actually doing really well there with the efficiency. It was raining a lot, so it was a lot of stop and go traffic, and that's when you really see the regenerative braking effect, where you're putting energy back into the battery. So that's really good for that. And also when you're looking at the climate, that's doing really well. But what I'm really more importantly looking at is this section right here, the everything else. So I'm assuming this is where the refrigerator down in the back is pulling energy from. And before we do that, let's go ahead and open the app real quick to see what temperature the refrigerator is at. Open this up. It is at 4 degrees and it's pulling 15.42 volts, and it's currently in refrigerate setting. So it's doing pretty well, at least from the app section. I will say from the drive, it wasn't too bad. It was actually just beeping here and there, but it was only when I would open the app just to check on the temperature randomly that you would hear a beep in the back. But other than that, you didn't really hear much of the refrigerating humming in the back of the Tesla. But let's go ahead and check it out, see how everything fared. All right. It's still raining out here. Well, let's check it out. So still at 4 degrees, like the app said. And oh yeah, this is still, you can see the condensation right here. Actually, those are icicles, but everything is pretty cold. Not too bad. All right, so everything survived. Good. All right, let's unpack.
Here's where I land after using this. It's not for everyone at $500. If you're solo, short trips, a small refrigerator like this works. But if you road trip regularly, travel with the family, want cold groceries on your drive home from Costco, this thing works. And it works in a way that feels genuinely built for this car, not like an afterthought sitting in the back. The honest limitations: check the power connector before every trip. Give it a firm push. Make sure it's seated. That's a 30-second habit that saves you a warm drink discovery mid-highway. And the battery draw question? Well, it's minimal. It doesn't draw that much battery from this type of drive. Now, mind you, this was a 200 plus miles in one direction, in rain and stop and go traffic. What changed for me isn't the temperature reading, it's that the car now handles one more thing I used to think about on road trips, and I just don't have to think about it anymore. That's the kind of upgrade that actually changes how you use your car. And if you want to check this product out, I left the link in the description, plus I left a discount code for you to save yourself some money. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.